It's now what's happening up here. I end up engaging in on the Pantheon after he skirmished in the jungle. That's your mistake. You should have been focusing me, because now I'm gonna put you down just like that. And with a clutch move, I killed the Ahri as well. Now I go for a kill on these two rascals right here. I almost put them down for what would have been a beautiful quadra kill. YouTube, welcome back to another batch of game deciding brawls. This one is going to be another mixed bag. I believe in this game specifically, we actually have two plays that we should want to go over. But it is after the laning phase, so actually let's skip over that. Alright, so for context purposes, it's 18 minutes into the game, and we did okay into our lane. Best we could have, considering he was getting assistance from both the Zed and the Jarvan, but it does be like that. But the fact that I'm still in the game is still good in my eyes. It's worst case scenario, but we still got something out of it. So we're looking for a kill on the Jarvan now that we're going into a team fight. Got the kill on him, looking for a kill on the LeBlanc, but I think... yeah, I made that mistake. But looking at that, coincidentally I got a Q that was intended for the LeBlanc going onto the Shen that was already low HP. Pretty good. Let me actually show you the replay, because no one was really looking at the Shen until this part. So yeah, I'm looking for a kill on the LeBlanc right there. Charging up a Q. By pure accident, I end up killing the Shen. It's only after that I see the LeBlanc here with an auto attack that I get the triple kill. Really interesting triple kill. Good, but not aesthetically the best. But statistically, still a triple kill is still a triple kill. So we got something out of it. However, that's not the only play that took place this game. There's still one more play. So let me skip over to that one. Okay, 2 minutes after, so it's now 21 minutes playing, doing as good as I could, but I don't have any summoner spells. That's one thing I want to look at, but I'm definitely gonna survive the Shen. I have resistances, so he can't kill me, even with lethal tempo and ignite. He's not gonna do much. I'm just gonna ult him and he's down. Looking for a potential kill onto the LeBlanc and the Mel. LeBlanc is out of question. I can't get to her, but I can get onto the Mel. Jarvan comes in only to not save anybody. I ended up putting him down. I'm looking for a brutal quadra kill onto the Zed. I end up wasting my flash. Now the reason I'm looking at a play like this, even though yes it was pretty much a cleanup, was that mistake at the end, flashing over for the Zed. You see, something you need to understand, and I should have understood, especially at this stage with all of these accumulated mastery points, is even though you really do want the quadra kill, you have to understand that some plays, some of these fights, some of these brawls will not end in a quadra kill, no matter how much you want it, no matter how much you try, because some of these quadra kills are really based on how the enemy behaves. If they behave in a way where they're allowing you to giving you an opportunity to, you know, get that quadra kill, go ahead and take it. But when we have a Zed that is pressing W away and going next to a blast cone, that is not a quadra kill. That's a triple kill. End of story. He's just baiting you to chase so that you can waste your flash, which he ended up doing. And all I needed to do was use my head, use my brain, and I'm like, well, this isn't a quadra kill. You're making it look like one, but it's not a quadra kill. It's a triple kill, and that's how I'm gonna stop it. And I would have had flash. Probably for this dragon fight, I could have probably killed all four champions. Instead, I didn't do. But whatever. As you can see, results are still good, so everything is still fine. Now, let's go over to the next game. My humblest of apologies if you believe I might be yapping a little too much, but I believe context and these explanations, they're very necessary to the video. Like, you should know what's going on in my head and it being placed out to the screen. But that's neither here or there. That's now in the past. We're talking about this match right now. We're up against Jace, and it's still in the early stages of the game. And I'm thinking, hey, there could be an opportunity I could kill him. He looks killable, especially because he has like low mana and electrocute. So I end up flashing over for him, only for the jungler to, you know, swoop back behind the tower onto the what you call it, the bush, and then he ended up helping him that way. This is not, it's, you might think it's unlucky. No, it's not really unlucky. It's just me making a mistake believing that a ranged top laner is going to be left alone. I make that poor judgment and I suffer the consequences for it. Spoiler alert, my jungler never came back to assist me with the Jace, and we ended up just having the worst experience ever. But if I just used my brain, understood that, hey, this isn't a 1v1 lane, and that's a ranged champion. That's nothing you're not really going to be able to do much about. Then I wouldn't be in this situation that we're talking about right now. So yes, there was definitely something I could have done instead of behave like an animal and not think. Like, all of this is essentially my fault. But it doesn't matter because we move on to the next game. Because especially when bad games happen, the best thing to do is, especially if you're not tilted, as you shouldn't be, because that's the goal that they're trying to do. They're just trying to tilt you to, you know, make you perform poorly in the next match. That didn't really work on me because I was like, you know what, I'm not with that tilting type of thing. I'm a different breed. So we go into the next game fully untilted, you know, because that's how it's supposed to be. And I'm playing against Nefari. Very strange laner. I haven't played against the Nefari in a long time, but I believe Darius is a bit stronger than this champion, which is why I move forward. Now, the reason I show this is because I want to see this technology that people were talking about of Nimbus with Ignite. And it looks very interesting. I'm not going to lie to you. I think I might be rocking it a couple of times because it is interesting the amount of movement speed and damage you can do because of the combination. And Ignite being on a 180 cooldown, I can see why you guys use this. I understand why you guys use Ignite. That thing is, that's dangerous to play against, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna pick up some tips from you guys because this is definitely working just fine for me. But now let's move over to the last match. Okay, so for context, I did well into the Pantheon. I ended up beating him. I think he got kills from outside of lane, but that's neither here or there. It's now what's happening up here. I end up engaging in on the Pantheon after he skirmished in the jungle. That's your mistake. You should have been focusing me because now I'm going to put you down just like that. And with a clutch move, I killed Ari as well. Now I go for a kill on these two rascals right here. I almost put them down for what would have been a beautiful quadra kill, but they ended up putting me down. But I'm not too sad because that was the best I could do in a situation like that, considering that Draven has 9 kills. I don't have anywhere near 9 kills. I almost killed him, but that was the best I was going to do. Now, I did watch the replay. There was a potential maybe I could have, like, pressed W on the champions. Let me show you, actually, because it was actually very close. Yeah, after I pressed Q and pressed Q, I think if I pressed W on the Thresh, I would have been able to press R on him. But it doesn't really work that way because Draven is hitting me like a truck with his axes. So if I wait too long to press W, he already kills me before I'm mid-R animation. So unfortunately, I did all of the analysis possible. There was no getting a quadra kill there. The fact that I got a double kill is already like asking for it. It's like taking too much. But I'm happy with the result there because it was the best I could take from a situation like that. Anyways, let's move on to the post-game screen and sum everything up. Okay, so the first game, these two games are the day before. The first game was, I believe, up against the Shen, which was my performance was best you could ask for if you're getting camped, so that's something. I did get a play, so this is kind of high value if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's good enough. The next game, I'd say low value, but I did learn something from it. Like, you know, it's a ranged top laner. He's gonna get assistance. Kind of, you know, expect it. But I believe there's something else. It's not just, you know, expect them to get assistance. But a game like this, where you're not getting assistance, but they are, the whole design of that isn't even to like make you lose the game. No, the game was already lost. The fact that we don't have anyone that is extremely fed, and they do, is evidence of that. The true goal of a game like this is to contaminate my next game, which didn't happen. So I actually succeeded and passed the test that they were trying to place onto that match. And I ended up beating the Nefari for it. Speaking of which, going into the next match, this would be a high value match, I believe, give or take. I'd say high value. I did play well. I did get some play off. I didn't get a triple kill out of it, which was really my goal here. But I still ended up beating the Nefari and performing well. So this is this kind of high value. Going on to the last match, I believe we were playing against the Pantheon. You know I didn't get the full quadra kill, but I did beat the Pantheon, and I did get the best play you could ask for in a situation like that, considering how fed he has 20,000 gold, bro. This is high value. It may have not been like the best play, but it's still high value. So we got, I believe, 3 high value games. I did, and one. I wouldn't even say it's that low value, because I already understand from my millions of mastery points what type of game this is, and knowing the fact that I'm a say that this is mid value. So we have 3 high value, 1 mid value game. This is a good batch. We got a good batch. It took a while, but we finally got a good batch. I'm happy about that. But now I need to see what happens in the next batch of game deciding roles and keep it going, because that's the goal. We need to keep the train going in that fashion, making sure that most of our matches are high value matches so that we can extract as much out of it as possible, and just like this one. So with that being said, thank you for watching today's YouTube video. Do the YouTube usuals, like, comment, subscribe, and share the video, and watch more videos. Anyways, that's it from me. All my links are down in the description below. Have a nice rest of your day. Also, just because I kind of want to say this as well, catch my streams. I stream on weekends. Other than that, have a nice rest of your day. Peace late. That is what I'm talking about. Look at this shit. Look at that motherfucker. There were more people back there, but I couldn't fucking.
Jeez, 41. This guy. Kill.
Just confirming kills, you know what I'm talking about?